Hey YouTube, coming at you with top Great League teams for the Catch Cup. So for those of you who do not know what the Catch Cup is, the Catch Cup is where you're only allowed to use Pokemon. It's a Great League, but you're only allowed to use Pokemon that you've caught during this season. So the season started about 2.5 months ago. So if you caught a Pokemon during the last 2.5 months and you have powered it up, you can use it. If you caught it before the 2.5 months, or you traded it and it was caught before that 2.5 month period, you are not allowed to use it. So it really limits the amount of Pokemon you're able to use, and at the same time, it's Master League as the other option. So so it even says the dates here. Pokemon must be caught between June 3rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. and September 2nd, which is in the future. So um, you only have about 2.5 months of Pokemon to use. And that's where it gets kind of tricky when it comes to the rankings, because the problem with the rankings is you don't know what people have caught during this time. You you can make some assumptions about what you're going to see, and then some assumptions which you're not going to see. My borderline assumption is you're going to see pretty much everything except for Pokemon that are like extremely, and I don't even know if like Cresselia is one of them, but like it's going to be like legendary Pokemon that may not have been back in rotation, because everything else like a Giratina Altered we know is there. Anything else from like Diggersby, Fortress, Clodsire, Lapras, Gligar, Jellicent, Primeape, like I'm pretty sure all of them have been around this season. And even if they haven't been around this season, the ability for people to their like uh bank their tasks and use them later could mean that some of these Pokemon are caught at a later date during the season. So my assumption is that you're pretty much going to basically see everything, and it's going to be as close to an open Great League as you said. Now, I think there's going to be Pokemon that are going to be used a lot because of how recent they were caught and how strong they are. For example, Giratina Altered was the Rocket leader Pokemon this time around. Everyone pretty much has it. It's a top ranked Pokemon. Everyone's going to build it up. So you can assume that that is going to be a meta Pokemon. Um, I assumed even like Regidrago. I'm pretty sure, I got to check the date on that, but I'm pretty sure it was within the last couple months. Everyone built it up to test it out as well. So I think that some of these Pokemon that people know are strong and have caught recently and wanted to build up to test are going to be used. And I think just a lot of the regulars too. So with that, we'll just go over some top teams of what we used. So Scizor, Jellicent, Regidrago. This is the team that you saw yesterday. It got me 400 elo, and it got me 400 elo between the Ultra League and the Great League. I used it in both leagues. Very, very strong team. Scizor, as we saw, if you played GBL in the past 2 months or watched the Play Pokemon Championship, Shadow Scizor is insane. It only has one weakness, and that is fire. So you cover that fire weakness with two things that can beat that. So Jellicent and Regidrago. Jellicent as your water Pokemon, resisting fire, and Regidrago as your dragon resisting fire. Stay in with basically anything. The back Pokemon kind of cover each other's weaknesses too. Jellicent weak to electric and grass. Regidrago will deal with that. Regidrago, very little bit of an issue, but obviously Scizor deals with that. And then ice, which Jellicent deals with that as well. So covering each other's weaknesses. Quagsire, Drapion, Scizor. This is a team that I had the idea of that Mark put into action here. Each Pokemon only has one weakness. Quagsire, double weak to grass. Drapion, weak to ground. And Scizor, double weak to fire. They only have one weakness. And the best part about that is if you don't see that weakness, it has a lot of play. And that's why we saw Shadow Scizor everywhere. And that's why Quagsire, if you actually looked at the top play Pokemon, top 12 of most played Pokemon from the Play Pokemon Championship, Quagsire was on that list. Not a lot of grass in this meta. Grass got the ultimate. It didn't get nerfed, but everything else that beats it got buffed. So not a lot of grass out there. Having Quagsire, that also has Stone Edge, so if you do see like a Jumpluff that is your main grass, you have an answer for it. So it's a very, very strong Pokemon, strong team, very glassy team. Will require some jumping around, will require some energy management and shield, definitely using your shields, but strong team overall. Scizor, Drapion, Gastrodon, again, very balanced team. You're going to see, I'm sorry, you are going to see Scizor on like 50 to 75% of these teams. It's just it's so strong, and you can just go see it in the Play Pokemon Championship. You can see it on any of the GBL matchups. It just when you only have a fire weakness and the Bullet Punch got buffed, and you spam the Night Slashes, and you can boost your attack with Trailblaze. It's just super strong. Drapion is a safe swap. Gastrodon on the back to deal with the fires. Obviously, Talonflame as a flying fire gives you a little bit of problems there, but Drapion does have Aqua Tail. You still resist the Incinerates as well. Earth Power and Mud Slap are only single resisted because it's super effective against the fire. Double resisted on the flyer, so it's net single resisted, which is not too bad. You can kind of deal with that. So somewhat little different. Sableye, Lapras, Dedenne. I tested Sableye before there was even Giratinas just because there was a lot of ghosts, right? There was Dusclops everywhere. There was Dusknoir. There was Corsolas. So there was a lot of ghosts. And Sableye is a nice answer to ghosts with the Shadow Claw Foul Play. And you only take neutral to ghost yourself because you're half dark. So it's a very strong Pokemon. Spamming with the Foul Plays, only going to 10 now. You're going to be weak to Fairy. You're going to be weak to... What else are you going to be weak to? Fairy is the main one off the top of my head. So I just got like a bulky safe swap in Lapras, and then Dedenne in the back where you can just kind of boost your defense and try and run through. Primeape for Bastiodon, and yes, if you saw my video yesterday, Bastiodon's getting buffed. Great. Smackdown's going to do more damage next season. But okay, this season, there's a lot of fires, right? I talked about Scizor being everywhere. So Steel got buffed and Bug got buffed, and both are weak to fire. So fire started showing up everywhere. I hit Legend last season with double fire. There was a ton of double fire teams, or just even single fire teams this season. So Bastion is going to be the beast. You're going to have problems with obviously ground and fighting, are going to have, and water. So Ferret is your safe swap. Primeape on the front to just kind of spam either the Rage Fist or the Close Combat Nukes, and then go into Ferret. Ferret and Bastiodon have some bulk in the back, so you can work that out there. 6 team, forgot to hide the teams behind, so let's just do that. 6, Lapras, Drapion, Superior. So I've kind of talked about, I actually didn't talk about Lapras. Lapras is just very strong. Psywave is a great fast move. Sparkling Aria is a hard-hitting move that comes at 12 and 11, so just a great Pokemon. Has insane bulk. Drapion is a safe swap talked about. Superior. So, yes, Steel got buffed. Poison got buffed. Bug got buffed. Terrible for... and Fire. Did I say Fire? And Fire got buffed. So, terrible for Superior and just grass in general. They become non-existent. Because they become non-existent, a lot of people are just running water Pokemon. You see a ton of Gastrodons and Mudboys. You see a ton of Azumarils. You see a ton of just Jellicent and Lapras. You see a ton of water Pokemon. Superior is still so good. So, yes, you need to cover all those other weaknesses and issues that I just kind of mentioned. But having a grass Pokemon in a meta that there's still a lot of water Pokemon and all these and ground Marowaks and everything. Those Pokemon still exist and are very strong, but just a few more of your weaknesses are out there, and you just need to. It's with how many things are viable this season. It's just that you're more likely to see something that's going to beat you. So it's not as strong as it has been in the past, but it's still strong. Dedenne, Marowak, Talonflame, kind of a balanced team. Dedenne is going to be weak to ground. You got Talonflame as the flyer, and then Marowak as your 2 shield safe swap as the shadow. Dedenne, obviously, with the Parabolic Charge, did not get nerfed. I really thought it'd get nerfed. So I was wrong on that one, but they also still haven't nerfed Rock Tomb. So they're going to buff Smackdown, but not nerf Rock Tomb or Parabolic Charge. Sure. But they did buff other stuff. Anyways, go watch my first thoughts video yesterday if you're interested in that. But anyways, that's otherwise a pretty balanced team here. And the last one, Jellicent, Credilli, Dedenne. I've talked about Dedenne. Credilli is just your cover, right? Grass Knot and Rock Tomb are fantastic moves. And you had the Acid that got buffed. So coverage, again, that rock, grass typing offsets some weaknesses, which is great. And then Jellicent as your ghost, water, bulky, and lots of coverage on your grounds and hit mirrors, ghosts, and stuff like that. So We'll see what is out there. I don't know if I'll play. I have no idea what. Again, I know I have Giratina, I have Regidrago. I don't know if I have. Again, I'm playing since season 1. Most of my Pokemon have been built for a long, long time already. So I don't know how many Pokemon I will have built. I don't know if I want to invest a bunch of dust. I'm filming this video on Sunday. As of Sunday, I'm at 2850 elo. So I don't know if I'm just gonna. So I have a ton of Great League teams from. I played the 300 battles this weekend. So I'm gonna go over a bunch of those teams this week, because I'll have at least 4 or 5 teams from this week that help me grind to 2850. So I'll showcase those. But whether I play this week will really depend on what I have built up or not. So, and I also have, I think, at least one Master League submission. So if you want to submit some Great League teams or Master League teams, link in the description. I'll probably still showcase mostly Great League and just assume that everyone has the Pokemon that are being showcased, right? So, or at least that they're eligible this season. But anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what team you're using to push to Legend. Let me know what your thoughts on the move updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.